Have you ever wondered what is the greatest freedom a person can have? Is it financial freedom, political freedom, freedom of speech? Those are all important, but I believe there's another freedom that comes before all of them, and that is freedom of the mind. Because a person whose mind is not free can never fully enjoy any other freedom. Think about it. The moment you stop asking questions, you stop growing. The moment you stop learning, you stop improving. The moment you believe you already know everything, you stop discovering. Every great nation began with people who dared to ask questions. What if there's a better way? What if we can do this differently? What if the problem is not impossible to solve? You see, progress begins with curiosity. Now, let me ask you another question. When was the last time you changed your mind because you learned something new? Not because someone forced you, but because the evidence was better. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. One of the greatest dangers to any society is not disagreement. It is society where people stop thinking for themselves, where we defend ideas simply because they are familiar, where we reject new information because it challenges our comfort, where we follow personalities instead of principles. A free mind is different. A free mind is curious. A free mind listens. A free mind is willing to say, I was wrong. And that may be one of the hardest sentences any human being can say, because our ego loves being right, but wisdom loves discovering. Imagine if every Nigerian became committed to one simple habit: learning, reading, listening, and asking questions. Having honest conversations, not conversations to win arguments, but conversations to understand each other. Imagine families discussing ideas without shouting. Imagine communities solving problems together instead of blaming one another. Imagine leaders who welcome difficult questions instead of fearing them. Imagine citizens who challenged bad ideas respectfully, no matter who presented them. That is how healthy societies grow, not by silencing different opinions, but by allowing good ideas to compete fairly. One of the biggest mistakes we make is believing that questioning something means disrespecting it. It doesn't. Questioning is how we improve. Doctors ask questions, scientists ask questions, engineers ask questions, teachers ask questions. The greatest discoveries in history began with someone asking why or why not. If we want Nigeria to move forward, we must become a nation of learners, a nation that values truth more than pride, evidence more than assumptions, competence more than connections, principles more than personalities. And here's something I want every young Nigerian to remember. Never allow anyone to do your thinking for you. Listen to different opinions. Read widely. Ask difficult questions. Challenge your own beliefs. Because a mind that is willing to learn can never truly be imprisoned. The greatest prison is not made of iron. It is made of fear. Fear of asking questions, fear of learning, fear of changing, and fear of thinking differently. But the greatest freedom is the freedom to seek truth wherever it leads. Freedom of the mind is not about knowing all the answers. It is about having the courage to keep searching for them. That is how better citizens are built. That is how stronger institutions are built. That is how great nations are built. And perhaps that is where the future of Nigeria truly begins. Not in government buildings, not in political parties, but in the minds of ordinary Nigerians who choose to think, to learn, and to grow. Because every great nation is first built in the minds of its people. I am Tonobari Nadubon. This is TM Media Concepts, where we explore ideas, understand society, and search for practical solutions, one conversation at a time. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.